ya Dira ya Magwiji kuanzia Jumamosi hii.
Class, I hope you've given her a warm welcome. This is Magdalene Chepkoech. She's our new student.
They have mwalimu hata wamenitengenezea simu.
Kinyanjui. Are you sure you know all those things?
Who do you think you are talking to? Kenyajui's online shop will bring it to her.
Julia, you cannot believe what just happened.
What? Imagine the selfie I posted 30 minutes ago.
It has now 9 likes.
Tito Mjuanjuku nasikiza. There's something called protocol. Respect it.
Do you pay school fees like the rest of us?
Of course, yes.
Then sit down like the rest of us.
Classmates, every Saturday on KBC.
Ni sauti ya mwaliko wa kituo chetu cha Kisomali Iftin FM ikipiga mbizi na njaramba kukutana na mashabiki katika road show babu kubwa hapa jijini Nairobi tarehe 27 mwezi huu. Msafara utaanza katikati ya jiji la Nairobi kuelekea South C, South B, maeneo ya Eastlands kama vile Komarok, Donholm, Fedha, Eastleigh na kuregea katikati ya jiji la Nairobi. Jitokeza tarehe 27 mwezi huu, kutane ana kwa ana na watangazaji wa Iftin FM. Vichekesho na mahanja mtele vitateremka kwa mpigo re.
Hal eber hal dibi sagal. Iftin FM ilayska umada.
Welcome back. This is KBC Channel 1 and this is In the Headlines. I'm Regina Manyara. Now, the Kenya Ports Authority were crowned the new FIBA Zone 5 club champions after thrashing Equity Hawks 71-35 in a one-sided all-Kenyan title decider played in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. It was a finely poised contest after the opening quarter, with KPA just edging the Kenyan counterparts 19-17 before outscoring the Kenyan champions 16-10 in the second quarter to take a 35-27 lead into halftime. KPA's endurance showed in the last two quarters, beating Equity 12-2, 24-6 and to run off with the results as they reclaimed the title they lost in 2017. Claire Lamonu, who was KPA's top scorer in the match with 19 points, while Betty Kananu did the same for Equity with 13 points. That is a wrap in as far as news is concerned. And also remember, you can get our feedback on, or you can give us your feedback on Twitter at KBC Channel 1 News, and you can get further details of stories pertaining matters business, sports, as well as politics on our website, that is www.kbc.co.ke.
Welcome back. We now continue with In the Headlines. Again, we get to have a look at what the papers have for us. I have a copy of the Daily Nation. Let me just run you through the front page. Quite busy today. So many stories have been featured here. We start off with the stories there at the top header, with rogue officials who have now been identified and exposed to be selling certificates. And all you need to do is send 1,000 bob to some specific representatives from the Ministry of Health, and your personal details details and you will get the COVID-19 certificate that so many Kenyans are now scrambling to get, given the directive, or rather what was stated by the CS in regards to having these certificates. And getting to just a bit of the details on this particular story, it is something that this particular daily actually tried out in an effort to just prove if it was actually true as per what the allegations that they had received in regards to this illegal trade that was being abated by rogue officials, which is of course set to boom once again. So they are said to have paid 3,000 and shared some personal information of 3 unvaccinated individuals, and minutes later they received a message from the Ministry of Health confirming they have received the jab. You know, the whole legit message. Congratulations, so and so, on receiving your final dose of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, batch number so and so. And they also went on to find out that it costs 1,000 bob for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and 500 bob for the AstraZeneca and Moderna vaccine certificates. And all you have to do is send them your information. The officials log onto the Ministry of Health Chanjo platform, create genuine certificates for hundreds of people who do not want to get vaccinated. And when contacted for, comment, the CS said that it is illegal to certify one as vaccinated if they're not vaccinated, and it is also equally criminal to sell these COVID-19 vaccines, and went on to warn that any facility that will be caught selling the vaccines will have their licenses revoked by the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Council. So that is that in regards to that story. And the other stories in regards to the campaign to stop violence, and this is in line with the 16 days of activism that start today, the 25th of November, and will run up until the 10th of December. And the theme for this year, let me quickly get it for you. It is Orange the World and Violence Against Women Now. There's a story concerning safe home, a rescue home for women that is called Usikimie. They go on to give their story in regards to, the cases that they have received so far when it comes to domestic violences, which has been the huge form of violence that they have been able to rescue women from. Now, coming to the main read, it's fresh trouble for Ruto at the ICC. Why is that? Now, for the first time, Deputy President William Ruto's name is being involved in the coordination of interference of witnesses that corrupted his case in the at the ICC in The Hague. So the second in command risks being charged with corruptly influencing a witness, an offense that is punishable by 5 years in jail. I'll be giving you details of that particular story in a bit. It's quite interesting, just looking at what is being alleged to have happened and the consequences that lay ahead should they be proved true. Now, of course, climate conversation topped the agenda at the Devolution Conference. That has also been covered here. Then there is a story concerning the ill-prepared IEBC limps towards the 2022 polls and failure by the commissioners to listen to staff when making decisions, as has happened in the past, portends a bumpy road ahead for the commission in terms of their preparedness. And finally, Kinoti jail term leaves DCI in a quandary, and this is according to legal experts who now say that Mr. Kinoti is exposed to a possible removal from the state office. We'll be giving you more details in a bit. Victor.
Starting with that story about Kinoti, and now an attempt by the Attorney General to suspend a 4-month sentence imposed on DCI boss George Kinoti for disobeying court order has flopped. Attorney General that is Kihara Kariuki sought to have the court suspend its sentence pending hearing and determination of an application to set aside the November 18th decision by Justice Anthony Mrima. That is as far as DCI George Kinoti is concerned. All right.
And maybe, Victor, just before you get to continue,
Yes.
now that you've mentioned that story concerning Kinoti, let me just give the details before we get to move on from it.
Yeah.
So here they go on to say that the status of Mr. George Kinoti as head of the DCI is not certain after the courts yesterday declined to suspend his imprisonment for contempt of court. And this is after the AG wanted the court to issue an immediate stay of the sentence and the arrest warrant, of course. But according to Justice Anthony Mrima, he declined, saying that the court needs to hear the application first before they are able to issue these stay orders. But now looking at the 7-day window that the DCI boss was given on the 18th of November to present himself at the Committee Maximum Security Prison, it lapsed yesterday. And he did not, present himself. So what does that mean for him? According to lawyer Adrian Kamotho, he said that the situation is really bad for Mr. Kinoti because if he fails to surrender to the prison authorities as ordered, he would be viewed in further contempt
Absolutely. And I think it's also important to get to the backstory of this case where DCI Kinoti was accused of not returning the firearms which were confiscated from businessman and now politician Jimmy Wanjigi. Okay. So on to the front page of the Star newspaper, Jitters rock One Kenya Alliance over Raila invite to Kalonzo NDC. And by the way, it's happening today at the Kasarani Gymnasium. Musalia allies question Kalonzo, Gideon committed to Oka, saying Raila is competitor in 2022 presidential race. More details shortly. And Chitembwe asked to meet Uhuru over Sonko, says petitioner. On the front page, still a petitioner has said that High Court Judge Chitembwe asked a lawyer to set up a meeting with President Uhuru Kenyatta over Sonko's impeachment case. The case still continues. On there, we have taxman seizes 31 million shillings gold and jewelry at JKIA. Customs officers did body search of 30 women, found 4.88 kilogram precious metal. The Kenya Revenue Authority on Tuesday night confiscated 4.88 kilograms of undeclared gold and jewelry worth 31 million Kenya shillings. Now, the precious metal and jewelry and jewels were in the possession of 30 women set to depart to Mumbai, India via Doha, and they were arrested at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Customs officers said that the GKIA conducted body searches of the women as they were getting ready to board the plane and found the undeclared goods. All right, so that is on the Star there. Jitters rock One Kenya Alliance over Raila's invite to Kalonzo's big day. And allies of ANC leader Musalia Mudavadi have accused Kalonzo and KANU chairman Gideon Moi of sending mixed signals on their commitment to One Kenya Alliance. Raila has accepted the invitation, sending a powerful political message of a possible political deal with Kalonzo ahead of the 2022 presidential election. And let me quote what Edwin Sifuna said, who is the ODM SecGen. I can confirm the ODM leader has been invited to the Wiper NDC, which will be taking place today, and he will definitely attend. That is according to Sifuna. So NAK Kenya leader Martha Karua and the National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi might also attend after they expressed willingness to team up with Oka. And now at least 6,000 delegates are expected to fill the Kasarani auditorium. It's not something quite new for all these political parties and political party leaders to attend their rival parties' NDCs. We saw KANU chairman invited almost all of them, which happened at the Bomas of Kenya. And it's always on a basis of friendliness in terms of politics and a goodwill to attend such NDCs, and by the NDCs. So it has nothing to do with one person is trying to get an alliance with another party. It's always because all these people have worked together. Look at them: Honorable Kalonzo, Gideon Moi, Musalia Mudavadi, Honorable, etc., etc. They have worked together. So it's always on goodwill to attend NDCs. I will give you more details as we continue with in the headlines.
Stephanie.
Steph.
Okay.
So with me here is the People's Daily, Kenya's #1 free newspaper. Making the front page, we have the splash reading, Ruto takes on CJ over poll seatings. So we see that Justice Koome is a member of a technical working committee on election preparedness that brings together various government agencies. And in a twin prolonged attack through the public rallies and protest letter, Ruto and his allies want Koome to relinquish her membership in the committee on grounds that it comprises her position as CJ, well as a president of the Supreme Court. The other story making the headline is all secondary schools to host the junior wing. And this story over here, let's take a look at it. We're told that secondary schools registered under the Ministry of Education must host the junior secondary school. This was a directive by the government yesterday. And the implementation of curriculum reforms Principal Secretary Professor Fatuma Chege said that this is part of the government's strategy to ensure resource optimization in implementation of the competency-based curriculum. She said that though in certain circumstances, the ministry will be at liberty to decide in which institution to establish a junior secondary school wing, the junior secondary school must have its own management and infrastructure. And in the case that a primary school has enough infrastructure to host a junior secondary school, it will also have its own management and infrastructure that can grow from junior to a senior secondary school. Other stories making the front page, we have some good news here on the Jabali Africa group, which has been nominated for the US Grammy. So this musical group is known for the famous song Aoko. If you know, you know. This song is being sung from generation to generation, mostly at weddings. Nimetembea sijamuona msichana kama Aoko. You know that song? Yeah.
You caught us off guard. Yeah.
That song, unaweza imba with your dad in the same room. It's a song that goes on generation to generation. It's one of those songs. So they have been nominated for the US Grammy, and we wish them all the best. Another story also making the headline is that the court rejects AG bid to suspend Kinoti jail sentence, which has been covered in the other dailies. And this page 3, we have the wacky world. We have some interesting stuff happening here, just like yesterday. There's some desperate COVID oddities that actually happen. We know that the world is looking forward to when COVID-19 will end, but during the period, some people have, through the fear, they've come up with some weird stuff, and some of them are I mentioned here. So the virus declared a goddess worshipped in some Indian temples. So some Hindu priests at an Indian temple used to say daily prayers to 2 coronavirus goddesses when the country battled new infection surge. So this was they were aiming to help, to talk to the goddesses, while rudisha corona chini, we get done with the virus. And then we also see a couple who live streamed their own wedding. So have you ever attended a wedding without the main characters there? The couple were not there. The people attended the wedding, but how work on the other side, they're communicating virtually with their guest. So this was very weird. And then cow dung and urine prescription to cure the virus, also by Hindu Mahasabha, a popular political party in India. So those are some of the oddities that people have been doing around the world. Regina.
Front page of the Standard. Matters of elections and why Ruto wants CJ Koome out of the 2022 polls team. That's the main read on the front page of this particular daily, as well as looking at the devolution talks where climate action took center stage. Further on, regionally, Gabriel Selassie to join Abe in the battlefront, and we have had updates from yesterday with Britain actually asking its people, its citizens, to evacuate from Ethiopia following the alarming escalation of the security situation down there in Ethiopia. That is a sneak peek of what we have on the front page of the Standard this morning. So many big read there being matters of IEBC. However, since we're giving the details, I'd want to draw your attention to how precarious the life of a journalist is, especially when you are executing your mandate. This is a piece that has been written on page 10 of this particular daily, and this is a story about how a journalist was attacked covering a city land dispute that turned violent. We're talking about Samson Wire, who was on Tuesday evening attacked and his camera destroyed by hired goons in Parklands, Nairobi. According to this particular piece, his camera was snatched and smashed, and with the machete wielding goons threatening further physical harm if he did not exit the scene. Backstory of this particular altercation is that this particular altercation actually happened like a few meters from the Parklands police station. No officers came to the scene of the crime, so to speak. It is a crime, but according the issue here is this particular this is a land dispute. So according to the lawyers, a group of people have falsified ownership of the documents without the knowledge of the registered owner of the lands. The letter was copied to the Lands Cabinet Secretary, Farida Karunei. However, these people have already acquired a new title deed. The group has deployed goons to take over the property and violently kicked out the tenants and began vandalizing the residents. Now, the land in question is a prime property near the MP Shah Hospital. Yeah, so if you apply that route, you might have seen what is happening there. So investigations, according to the National Police spokesperson, Bruno Shionso, the matter is under investigation. So the complainants have asked the IG to investigate a lawyer alleged to have conducted the fake subdivision of the property. The land questions continues to mar our great history, and this is it's just one of the many cases that people have been dealing with. You buy property, but there's someone who is ready to fleece you off your investment. And unfortunately, even with the digitization, until we get to weed out these rogue lawyers as well as private developers and people who are working with these particular organizations, then the land issue, acquiring land, will remain to be a thorny issue. So, Paul Sana, comrade there, Samson Wire, quick recovery. But that is how precarious being a journalist is in this country. So get well soon. We are glad that you are recuperating. And to another story, before I hand over to you guys, there's been a question about what happened in the Kisumu heist, so to speak. So who are they? Were they armed? Were they not? So in a development and a twist is that the police have recanted their earlier admission that the robbers had firearms. We had initially been told that they had firearms and there was an exchange of fire and such during the scene. So yesterday, Nyanza Regional Commissioner Magu Mutindika said the thugs were very clever. They used tear gas canisters to distract the law enforcers and escaped during the melee. They did not have guns. I take you back to even what we covered here for you as KBC Channel 1. We had our own reporter down there, Simon Chola, and was there when this particular incident was going down. And what we had then is that there was an exchange of fire, that the people, that the police were reluctant to open fire and chose to throw tear gas canisters into the banking hall because they were worried that they would actually injure innocent clients who were transacting their business within the banking hall. Now, it remains unclear how the 4 robbers in the attempted heist, and we say attempted heist because it has also emerged that no money was lost in the incident, and this is according to the bank as well as the police. We'll be keeping tabs on that. Victor.
Absolutely. Let's get to the case against Chitembwe. That is Honorable Chitembwe. The petitioner has claimed that embattled High Court Judge Said Chitembwe asked a lawyer to set up a meeting with President Uhuru Kenyatta over Mike Sonko's impeachment case. The petitioner said that the judge was to get the president's own opinion about Sonko impeachment case. But then now, Wambua argues that he has filed the petition as a citizen who is gravely concerned about the independence, impartiality, competence, and integrity of judicial officers and the quality of the decisions that they make. The saga still continues there. Protect independence of the judiciary. Ruto allies now tell CJ Koome they say that she should champion fairness in government institutions. They were speaking in Uasin Gishu counties when they campaigned and when they accompanied Deputy President William Ruto on Wednesday. The leader said that the judiciary must be a neutral arbitrator of election disputes. So that is as far as that is concerned. Now, Senate suffers legal blow in row with National Assembly. Appeal Court upholds 21 out of 23 laws challenged by the Senate as unconstitutional. The court last Friday ruled there is no need for the Senate's input on most bills originating in the National Assembly. It was not immediately known if the Senate would challenge the ruling in the Supreme Court. So senators' input would only be required for bills affecting county government and those involving the Parliamentary Service Commission. The National Assembly would also have the exclusive mandate to debate and vote on money bills without any Senate input. Okay. Story that I thought it was important for us to mention here. Raila's campaign strategist decomes on Musalia's party. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Joseph Simeha. Yeah. He was received by ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi at the headquarters in Lavington. Simeha has been a top ODM operative for over 15 years. And last year, he was a technical team member representing the party in the BBI move. That is committee where he chaired the policy team. So the governance and policy expert was a key campaign strategist for ODM leader Raila Odinga. We all know Simeha. Yeah. So yesterday, President made a live video call to the county chiefs all the way from South Africa, where he's attending a visit. And he made climate change priority. As part of his speech, Kenya ranked 31st most vulnerable despite contributing less than 1% to greenhouse gas emissions. So President has urged Kenyans to make climate change a priority, saying that the threat has come close home. So the head of state called for urgent mitigations measures to contain the fast spreading effects with the potential to affect the country's social economic development. So he was addressing the ongoing 7th Devolution Conference via video link from South Africa on Wednesday. Jen.
Now, let me just add on to that story that Regina, you had touched on in regards to the botched bank raid that has continued to raise more questions. And according to this particular daily, things are still not adding up. And more so, it is said that police are grappling with the strange sequence of events during the reported, quote-unquote, 3-hour gunfight with the suspected robbers. So detectives are under pressure to unravel how the gunmen acquired tear gas canisters. Because as per what this paper has said, the robbers threw out the tear gas canister, which caused a lot of disorientation. And as per what they was captured on the CCTV, one of the gunmen was seen switching t-shirts and later just getting into the crowd, and that's how he was able to escape. DCI is yet to say anything in regards to this. 24 hours have already lapsed with no report from their usually very active social media platforms. But according to the Nyanza Regional Commissioner, he says that they have interrogated 20 people, but they are yet to gain any leads, and they don't know the person who had the tear gas canister. Okay? But they suspect it could be an ex-officer.
But how did he get the tear gas canister? And perhaps it was just one. There were several of them.
That's what they're saying. We don't know who had the tear gas canister, but we suspect it must have been an ex-officer. And this is what they have been doing to cause confusion when they are cornered. So far, there are no arrests, no money was stolen, and all the bank staff are safe. Some questions are still abound. Who was the person caught on camera allegedly switching clothes before escaping? It captured a man changing his t-shirt before swiftly moving down to escape with the other customers in the ensuing confusion. So as you can see, different dailies have different accounts of what happened during that particular botched money heist.
Yeah. And of course,
watch La Casa de Papel a bit too much.
They watch too much movies.
A quick one, Steph, that 18 people have been released in Kisumu Equity Bank robbery. So police have released 18 people, and 14 of those set free were bank staff. 4 others were customers, including a university lecturer. So they have been set free, and so far nobody has been arrested in the banking hall. CCTV footage, one of the suspects is seen talking to a cashier. So they're still trying to unravel.
Let's take a quick break. But when we come back, I have something to add on to that particularly would have been bank heist. We take a quick break, we'll be right back.
The Kenya Medical Training College will hold its 90th graduation ceremony on December 2nd, 2021 at KMTC Graduation Square, Nairobi from 10 a.m. A mandatory graduation fee of 2,500 Kenya shilling is payable on or before 30th November 2021 to National Bank via the details on your screen. Adorning graduation gown will be optional, and graduates wishing to get one can visit KMTC headquarters in Nairobi from 15th to 29th November 2021. Join the event on the KMTC YouTube channel at KMTC Official. Visit www.kmtc.ac.ke for more information on the graduation, training programs, and application procedure. KMTC, training for better health.
Come out clean before I do.
Who do you think is to blame for how things are right now in your marriage? That ought to be on silent.
Sorry. Can we do this next time? Maybe later today?
That will be next to impossible since you have to disclose everything in the court of law.
Wakili, why am I hiring you?
Kama ni raha kuona mmoja, basi tafakari kuona wawili. Mie na pacha wangu tutaendesha meli ya Dira ya Magwiji kuanzia Jumamosi hii tarehe 27 mwezi Novemba katika KBC Channel 1. Usikose.
Good morning. This is Good Morning Kenya. Before we took that quick breather, we were just giving our opinions over, and raising questions over the foiled Kisumu bank theft. Now, with emerging details that, unlike what we had during the scene, this took place on Tuesday, where the security apparatus on ground there, Angwa Street there in Kisumu City, said that the 4 robbers, thugs, if you like, who were attempting a bank robbery at Equity Bank there were armed, and that's why they did not open fire. However, we had gunshots because KBC Channel 1 was on ground during that particular foiled Kisumu bank theft, rescue mission, so to speak. So now developments are coming that yesterday the Nyanza Regional Commissioner Magu Mutindika said the thugs were clever, and this is quoting what he said. The thugs were very clever. They used tear gas canisters to distract the law enforcers and escaped during the melee. They did not have guns. So the question is, the clothes that were found within the banking hall, who changed into what and at what point? So these gunshots that we had that rent the air during this particular mission, who was shooting at who? To what end? This takes me back in history when we talk about matters of security, and I want to relate to this situation with the Westgate Mall situation. It was covered live. We came to know later that this would have been a breach of security because you get to tell the terrorists exactly what the security operations are all about. But now in hindsight, I remember one of the media houses got hold of someone who had just been rescued from the mall there, and they gave their account of how things were happening. They arrived, the gunshots, the whatnot, how these people looked like. Then he actually said, this was a vox pop, during that Westgate heist, they came out on national television. They said, but they might be walking out with us. And truth and fact of the matter is that no one has ever been arrested. The perpetrators of this crime continue going free. So today we have a local one, and we thank God that no one died in this situation. But the perpetrators, now we even don't know. We don't know who did it. We don't know who was shooting at who. We even don't know where, there's a lot of gray areas in this conversation. Just the question is then, just remember that security begins with you. What can I say? Absolutely. But also I think they need to do something. Even where IPOA is concerned, and also the security apparatus, Jane, I think they need to do something, because it's not the first time that we have heard, allegedly, that the thugs, the thieves, the muggers and such have been using ammunition given by rogue cops, supplied by rogue cops, uniforms supplied by rogue cops. Yet, that is a law enforcement body that should be bringing these people to book. Let's go back to the film, Nairobi Half-Life.
Speaking of IPOA, there was actually, I think 2 weeks ago, there was a piece here on the Daily Nation that was highlighting since, I think it is June of 2012, there have been almost, I think it's nearing 100 or so, not 100,000, over a number of thousands. Let me not guess a figure, but it was in the thousands. The number of cases that have been reported to the IPOA that involve the police officers, and only 12 have actually seen these particular individuals that the officers involved have actually gone through the whole process and gotten incarcerated. Only 12 out of the 1,000 figure that was quoted there, and I'll get the actual figure. And it goes on to show you the loopholes that are there when it comes to cases that involve our officers, and the fact that this is now even something that the officers themselves are having a hard time to sort of contain. 1 minute we hear they didn't have guns, then the next minute we could clearly hear gunshots from the videos that we have been able to interact with. You know, then there's tear gas smoke coming out. Who threw the tear gas canister? Was it the robbers, or was it the officers who didn't want to fire so that not to injure anyone with a stray bullet? You know, there's so much that, and I think this is one of the reasons as to why DCI is yet to give the official statement about this. But anyway. Yeah. Speaking of matters security, and on a different note, we are almost coming to the end of In the Headlines, and I'd like to just touch on this particular story. It is the main story here on the front page of the Daily Nation. Fresh trouble for Ruto at ICC. So looking at the Paul Gisheru trial in The Hague, it has now taken a twist, with the prosecution forwarding quote-unquote evidence that implicate Deputy President William Ruto in the witness corruption program that sabotaged the case against him and radio journalist Joshua Arap Sang. So this is the first time, by the way, that the DP is directly named in the as the coordinator of the plan that corrupted his case. And this came on the 22nd of November, which was the latest brief that was signed by the deputy prosecutor, that is James Stewart, when it was submitted on the 22nd of November once again. And it read, the evidence establishes that the pattern of witness interference was conducted for the benefit of and in coordination with William Samoei Ruto. Now, previously, the DP's name was redacted, and unlike the other co-perpetrators, the prosecutor has never indicted the deputy president. So what does this mean for him, and especially now when we are smack in the middle of preparing for the next year's general elections, and as he has made it clear, he is one of the contenders of the top job. So, bringing this back to Kenya, the naming of Ruto will put him in a very awkward position, and especially looking at his campaigns to become Kenya's next president. It goes on to indicate that this information will open up a battle between him and the International Criminal Court. If it goes on to prove its case, the DP risks being charged with corruptly influencing a witness, and under Article 71C, this could earn him 5 years for every count and payment of reparations of the victims of the 2007-2008 post-election violence. 5 years for every count that will be proved.
Yo. Crazy.
Yo.
Some stuff there.
5 years for every count.
That's a lot.
That they can prove.
Yeah. Well, we are going to be keeping tabs on the campaign trail, so to speak, according to the Deputy President's diary, which is going to be taking place today. Actually, we have, he's going to be in Nakuru. At 3 p.m., he's going to be in Molo. We have Keringet, Kurusei North. So, well, the journey continues, and as we say, a day in politics is quite a long time. As we come to the close of the headlines, just to remind soccer lovers, or can I say Manchester United fans and lovers? Yes, our game with Villarreal. Cristiano Ronaldo, they have saved us, but we can do better now that Carrick is coming to take temporary charge. But now coming back home is that the Kenya Premier League will be back on track December 4th. This is after the caretaker committee as well as the clubs had a meeting yesterday, and some of the issues that were discussed was the league resumption, continuous and frequent meetings with the clubs, fixtures, club compliance, and club development and growth for youth teams. We'll be keeping tabs on that as KBC Channel 1 News Desk. For now, we take a quick breather. We'll be right back.
mine, najidai. Ukiniacha baby mimi nitadai. Unapenda brown skin. Aka, utamu kama keki. Yeah. Unapenda brown skin. Aha, utamu kama keki. Keki. Depende, kupende, depende, kupende, depende, kupende, oh yeah, yeah. Depende, kupende, depende, kupende, depende, kupende, oh yeah, yeah. Unileweshe penzi lako, unipakate kama bata, kama kiuno usiofu, lazizi wangu ntadondosha. Follow me baby, I go give you what you time honey. Tantararan baby, asali nitakupa kamdolovi. I'm in love baby, unanikosha kam baby. Tabita baby, unaniweza ha baby. Depende, kupende, depende, kupende, depende, kupende, oh yeah, yeah. Depende, kupende, depende, kupende, depende, kupende, oh yeah, yeah.
Welcome back. This is Good Morning Kenya. Just in case you're joining us, we have reached that segment mahali tunapatana na wasanii wetu and we get to know them, and today we have none other than Pinless Music over here. Pinless, karibu sana.
Asante
Thank you
sana.
for joining us today.
Yeah.
So, who is Pinless?
Pinless is an artist ambaye anajitegemea na anajipenda, na anapenda mafans wangu pia.
Anapenda mafans wako.
Yeah.
So, Pinless ni jina yako ya ID ama jina yako kamili ni gani?
Pinless ni jina yangu ya music, stage name, ambayo huwa nikienda show naenda nayo. Jina yangu kamili ni Sharifa.
Sharifa.
Yes.
Sharifa kutoka wapi? Tuambie juu ya Sharifa, umelelewa wapi?
Okay, Sharifa, mimi naitwa Sharifa Kadzo, mimi ni mtoto half caste Mgirama Mkikuyu. Nimetoka Malindi. Nairobi nimekuja tu kutafuta maisha, music hivi naona Nairobi iko better.
Inaweza.
Nairobi inaweza kabisa.
So far imekupelekaje? Tuambie about your music journey. When did you start? Na ulianza Coast ama ulianzia hapa Nairobi?
Okay, music kwanza nikiwa mdogo nimependa music. Sasa ilifika mahali nikiwa class 2 nilianza kuandika ngoma, lakini nilikuwa naandika gospel. Mwanzo pale nilikuwa under my parents. Sasa hakuna venye unaweza andika ngoma za love and you're still young, hujui lolote, unajua tu mambo ya kanisa. Mwanzo umelelewa kanisani peke yake. So pale nikaendelea hivyo, nikawa mkubwa, sikuwa na ile, nikiwa mdogo singeweza kutoa ngoma, mwanzo nilikuwa sina hiyo uwezo. Wazangu na pia life yenyewe ilikuwa tu ile baada ya kubambanya tu. Sasa wakati nimekuja nikamaliza shule, nikajua hustle. Sasa hapo ndo nilianza nikatoa ngoma yangu ya kwanza. Ile ngoma nilitoa tu bora nionekane yani nimetoa ngoma. Yani sikuwa hata na idea yote kabisa. Nilikuwa bora nimetoa ngoma basi.
Basi hivyo. Na swali yako tamu kweli.
Nashukuru.
So hiyo mwaka yenye ulianza, ulitoa ngoma yako ya kwanza ilikuwa lini?
Ilikuwa 2019 December ndo niliupload my first song inaitwa Mahaba. Hapo sasa nikaanza kujua kumbe ngoma bado inafaa uinvest. Yani mimi pale nilitoka tu ile ngoma ambayo nilikuwa nimevaa ndo nilitoka naye.
Ukatoka tivenyika.
Bora nitoa ngoma, bora tu ngoma yangu imetoka, mimi niko sawa.
So kwa hiyo muda after the period mpaka sasa hii umeona progress kwa ngoma zako sasa?
Yeah, because ngoma ya kwanza vile ambavyo nilitoa na ya sahihi kuna utofauti mkubwa sana. Yeah, kwanza nilitoa tu bora nimetoa, lakini kwa saa hizi najua lazima ni invest. Lazima ngoma yenyewe niipange. Nitoe niwe na vibe.
Okay.
Niwe najua hii ngoma nafaa kuvaa hivi. Nafaa kuwa na makeup artist. Ile siku hata makeup sikuvaa. Nilikuwa niko tu bora nitoe ngoma.
Bora ngoma itoke.
Bora ngoma itoka, mimi niko sawa.
So far how many songs have you released?
Sasa niko na ngoma kama 5. Alafu ni wengine ambaye sasa nishaimba Ni collabo yangu mimi na Brown Mauzo bwana Kevera Sidika.
Ala.
Yeah, tumetoa audio. Sasa ndio bado tunaipanga pangia alafu tuta-upload.
So bado haijareleasiwa to the public.
Yes, upload kwa YouTube bado, but next week
tutakuwa nayo.
Next week mtakuwa nayo.
Tutapata a snippet of it baadaye.
Yeah, mahaba ya kipoa ni tayari.
Okay, hiyo tutakutafuta kabla show ishe, lazima utupatie just tuone tuitamani yani tupate. Sasa tuambie songwriting process yako kabla utoe ngoma. Ni nini unafanya, unakuwa inspired na nini?
Okay, huwa mwanzo nakaa chini nafikiria, najua ngoma yangu inafaa, najua mwanzo nijue nataka kutoa ngoma inahusu nini. Kama ni heartbreaks, kama ni love, kama ni maisha, kama ni mafunzo. Ona, sasa nikishajua nataka kutoa ngoma inafanana vipi, ndio sasa nakaa chini naanza kuitunga ile ngoma. Kiswahili nacho natunga Kiswahili cha kwetu.
Tunaona. So ngoma gani umeshaitoa yenye iko karibu na moyo wako kabisa?
Ngoma ambayo nishaitoa iko karibu na moyo wangu. Okay, ngoma yangu ya One Love. Ngoma yangu ya One Love niliimba kujibamba. Hata ndo maana nikasema Painless niko fine. Yani nilijimbia mimi tu na mafans wangu. Yani One Love, tupendane sote. Mimi kuanzia mimi hapa kisha nyinyi wote tupendane.
Ilikuwa tu mambo ya mapenzi, you are feeling, you are
yani I was just feeling happy. Yani iko sawa tu, najibamba mwenyewe. Yeah.
Okay, so kutoka ukwe mdogo, music ilikuwa kitu umesema ulianza na gospel kwanza. Gospel ni kitu unaweza taka kufanya ama hiyo ilikuwa tu ya wazazi, sasa hiyo umechukua another route?
Okay, ile gospel ilikuwa tu kwa sababu naishi nyumbani, wazazi wangu ni watu ambao wanaenda kanisani. Mimi pia mwenyewe niko naenda Sunday school daily. Daily Sunday niko Sunday school asubuhi na mapema. Sasa nika-imagine mimi mwenyewe sasa niingilie mambo ya nini mapenzi jamani. Na niko mchanga haiwezi. Lakini wakati nilikuwa mkubwa, mashallah nashukuru, lakini nilimba tu ngoma za mapenzi ambazo roho yangu ilikuwa inapenda.
So okay. Na sasa hiyo unaweza toa gospel, kuna possibility ama hiyo line yako?
Okay, siwezi shindwa. Kama kuandika nitaandika. Mwanzo siwezi shindwa. Lakini kuitoa kidogo kuna sasa hizi.
So hizi haiwezi. Alafu sasa kwa industry una aim at music yako ifanye nini, ilete impact gani, ama unaimba tu mission, the main mission?
Okay, hapana. Na huwa napenda sana ngoma zangu ziwe na message. Mostly hata kama ni mapenzi iwe ina advice. Mwanzo unapata kuna vijana wadogo ambao wanajihusisha na mapenzi. Kidogo unasikia sijui mwanamke, sijui mwanaume alijiua, sijui mwanamke naye alijinyonga, alikunywa dawa. Mwanzo ni juu ya mapenzi. Sometimes wanapenda sana kuimba ile ina encourage. Usijali huyu mtu ametoka, ubavu wako utapata. Haya pale kama hana kazi yako mwache wewe, nenda zako, Mungu yuko. Atakupa mtu mwingine, lakini usikufe moyo ukasema ukakata tamaa ukasema mimi maisha imeisha mimi, fadhali nife mimi, huyu mwanaume amenitenda, huyu mwanamke maisha bado ndugu yangu, jivumilia.
Okay, so you aim at inspiring people when you're pitia through heartbreaks and stuff, for relationship, or motivated to move on na kuna hope.
Na wenye ambao pia wako hiyo love waendelee kuifeel.
Waendelee kuifeel.
Na endelee kurespect hiyo relationship yao, mandoa yao. Asivunje ndoa zao.
Tuseme basi venye unapenda mapenzi, mambo ya mapenzi viko na history, kuna kitu ili ku-inspire kwa your own personal relationship maybe?
Yeah, I can lie to you. Kuna miaka kidogo hapo, si miaka mingi sana, 2-3 hivi nyuma hapo nilikuwa na mpenzi, ndio less tuli break up. For now ni kama kwa single pia, lakini still na just I know the life of ya kuwa heartbroken na ukiwa in love. So nikimba ya love najaribu kuimagine those days. Yeah, but
ilisha. Sasa tunajua Painless ako single, kwa wanaume wale pale nje wenye wanauliza mshambio. Yeah, so uli experience heartbreaks, uko single, so what are you doing now currently?
Currently it's me, I'm a lifetime musician. Mostly huwa nafanya music Yes, I have a cosmetics. Iko Juja napambana naye, lakini still mostly ni kama tu I'm into music.
Music ndo.
Yeah. Music ndo kama everything to me.
Full career.
Yeah.
So unasemaje kwa watu wanaonanga music kama part time, si kitu yani mtu anafaa kupursue as a career, kwa wazazi wale wanaona yani the young people who want to be future musicians but wanaambia hapana, hii utafanya kama kama side job. So how do you
Okay, Kenya ambacho naweza ambia wale wasanii ambao yani mtu ambaye anajua kuna talent. Kama uko na talent ifanyishe kazi. Usikufe moyo. Mwanzo uweze kujua kesho, unajua. Ile talent yako uimbaji ni kitu kubwa sana kwa maisha. Na kama pia ni mzazi unaona kama mtoto wako maybe ni mchezaji mpira ama ni msanii ama ako na talent, mwachie tu. Usimbanie bwanie. Mwanzo hata mimi nilibaniwa nikiwa shuleni naambiwa usoma Sharifa, soma, achana na mambo ya nyimbo hapa hivi, nyimbo za wastea time. Nikaona mimi mwenyewe nikawa nawasikiza, lakini kwa wazazi pia naambia tafadhali wacheni watoto wenyewe kama wana talent wapeni hiyo time, wa support tu. Na wasanii wadogo msikufe moyo, endeleeni ku keep it up, tia bidii, omba Mungu kwa sana. Mungu atakusaidia na uendelee kuonesha hiyo talent yako. Usije ukaibania na usije ukaificha.
Usikuja kuificha. So
itoe tu. Imba hata kama ukimba mbaya wewe imba. Utapata mtu ambaye atakurekebisha pale mbele.
Okay. So tukiendelea tukikaribia kumaliza, tunaona time imesonga kweli. Tuambie about your song yako na mauzo. Ni about nini tena? Na utupatie ka gist tukigoja kuisikia sasa before release.
Okay, hiyo ngoma yangu na mauzo ni ngoma ambayo inahusika yani kama mauzo yule tunachukua kama ni Yesa ni bwanangu. Tulikuwa tumeoana, tukazaa mtoto, kisha nikamkimbia. Nikasikiza mambo mbaya ya watu nikamkimbia. Sasa pale mimi namwambia samahani mauzo, nisamehe mahani. Ningeziba sikio mtoto wetu tungemlea. Najutia vibaya kukuacha mahani, chombo changu cha msubiria
tungoje
ngojeni kama
storyline peke yake inamaliza. Yani tunangoja. Tupatie ka gist kabla tumalize.
Wow, labda niimbe ngoma nipende. Nataka ile watu ngoje kabisa.
Utaki kutupatia ka kitu ya keep going. Ni sawa basi, tupatie ngoma moja yenye unaipenda basi.
Ngoma ambayo naipenda.
Au kabla utupatie tuambie what is that one thing that you are thankful for today?
Okay, nashukuru Mungu for my fans. Fans wangu na nashukuru Mungu sana kwa sababu ya watu ambao wamenisupport kwa music industry. Like nikaona watu ambao huwa wanani yani kama my mentor. Mwanzo nikiimba ngoma zangu lazima niwampe, na kitambo sikuwa na mwanzo nilikuwa naandika tu. Lazima kuna watu ambao na nashukuru wale watu ambao wananisupport kwa music. Hiyo tu ndio nafurahia. Mwanzo kila siku na make a step. Kwanza ngoma yangu ya zero ya kwanza mpaka saa hizi kuna tofauti kubwa. Ni kama bingu na ardhi.
Tunashukuru mafans, mmeshukuriwa pale, muendelee kusupport Pinless. Tumalizie sasa na kawimbo.
Okay. Nimbe ngoma ya One Love ama nimbe gani?
Yoyote.
Bora ngoma
Bora ngoma yenye nakupendeza, yenye unapenda zaidi.
Okay. Naweza imba One Love.
Okay.
Pinless niko fine. Ninataka kuisakata rumba. Muziki wangu uko fine. I go dance, I go talk rumba. Mzigo uko fine. Soga iko tight. Vixenko foleni, kwa pamoja tusakate rumba. One love, one love, rusha juu mikono. One love, one love, utamu mpaka ndani rumba. Wacha watch bado YouTube.
Tutapata wapi?
Okay. Kwa social media niko naitwa Pinless Music kwa YouTube. Facebook page yangu ni Pinless Baby. Iko tofauti kidogo lakini wasijali. Okay, Twitter just Pinless Baby. Ukiingia bado Instagram pia ni Pinless Music, Pinless Baby. Kila mahali.
Sawa, to follow Pinless kwa social media pale, Pinless Music on YouTube, Pinless Baby on Facebook. Mmemsikia. We take a short break and we'll be back. See you on the other side of the break.
songs.
When I was in Form 2, it came back. The condition came back. And now it was even worse. When I was in class 5, somebody proposed to my mother to take me to a certain herbalist. It was so hectic. It was so stressful. I can't say that. I also live with epilepsy. I take the drugs, I eat well, I avoid the stress, and then I just continue living like any other person.
My name is Jeneria Lake Lily and I'm a wildlife warrior.
This dry landscape is home to an animal that is revered all around the world.
I love lions because many people think that lions are dangerous, but lions are not dangerous actually.
So far we found a footprint of hyenas and leopard on this riverbed, but we haven't yet seen any signs of lions.
Lions are actually disappearing in the world. If nothing will be done in Kenya actually, I think we'll be losing lions in the next 20 years.
De demander pour les sous et dans les portes assez vite des dérange. Dans un ressource, ça faudrait tous les temps. Oh, l'exoresse, nous t'esprit, nous Fatima. Ni vi pata de poco, pengi nexi jaona. Au kini obisa, majela si tobona. Oh, no musongo bongo, angu iko madonna. Oh, baby, wanna, baby, wanna. Oh, si chiniza, wanitatiza. Unamfikiria chambali unataniuliza, nasituliza, nasisitiza, na mimi na wewe tujamaliza. So this is no
Jesus loves you. There we go. That is Jesus Love You by Shana Manjeru. And speaking of Shana, she's with us in studio. Hi, Shana.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
How does it feel to see yourself there a year or so back?
It feels nice to see my accomplishments.
Yes.
Yeah.
At such a tender age.
Yes.
Good stuff. Welcome to Good Morning Kenya.
Thank you.
How can our viewers find you on the social media platforms?
You guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok at Shana Manjeru.
All right. So be nice. Remember, if you have any questions or you just want to seek clarification, you can always reach out to her directly as long as you're nice. Remember, positive vibes here. Okay. Welcome once again to the program. We're glad you are with us. And for many people who know you, they know you as one of our own here at KBC. You know, from a very young age, you have been part of one of the amazing kids program here on Good Morning Kenya. But before we get, not at Good Morning Kenya, here at KBC, I am a brand ambassador, producer, wherever you are. All right, we'll be getting to your show in a bit, but let's go back before that. What was the dream for you when you were younger, a little bit younger, of course? What was the dream for you?
I've always wanted, I've always had a passion for singing. I've always sung since I was 2 years old. I've always sung school rhymes and all that, nursery rhymes. Until I grew older, I started actually pursuing my dream, and yeah, here I am now.
And how has it been, you know, looking at the support that you've gotten from the people that you really love? I can see your mom is with us in studio today. How has the support been looking at your craft?
I am very thankful for all the support that I have gotten from everyone, from my supporters, my family, my friends. It's been a nice journey because I've had people there with me to help me with that.
And guide you along.
Exactly.
good stuff. So now let's come to Big Minds. How did that come to be?
I got Big Minds. I actually came for an audition. I auditioned and I was chosen, and I began to do my scripts and all that, and here I am now.
And how has it been, just being the host of a program that touches on so many other kids that see you and relate to you and love what you do?
It's been an interesting journey. This is the first time I've gotten to host a show, and so I guess it's quite unique because I've never had something like this before.
And what's been the most challenging bit of it, if any?
Trying to remember the lines, so that I can talk on camera. Exactly. Yeah.
But you've gotten better at it.
Exactly.
So much better.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And we allowed your producer, Tumona producer Pia Koinadi area. Good job. All right, let's come to your music part of it. How do you ensure, or even just looking at mom, making sure that you're not focusing too much on your music, forgetting school, because school is also important, and also just looking that you're also taking your music along as you also keep up with school? How do you balance the two?
Well, at this point, I'm getting more to be a candidate. So I'm in class 7 right now, meaning we're going to have our KCPE exams next year. So I study a lot in school. I go for extra work and all that, and then I come home, whether I have homework or not, I finish it if I have. And then at that point, I shower, I eat, do all that, and then I can practice.
After you've sorted your school manenos, now you can do music.
Yes.
And it's a balance that you found that works for you?
Yes.
All right. So let's talk a bit about this award. Where did this whole story start from? From the nominations, submitting the names. Take us through that journey.
Well, we have been applying to get into Afrima, and now we were finally chosen. And one day, my dad and mom came into the house, they had gone, so now they came back, and I was in the kitchen. So they came to the kitchen, and they were like, dun dun, and I was so confused because they never come in like that.
They don't do that.
Exactly. So, sooner or later, my dad was like, "You have been nominated in Afrima 2021." I'm like, what? So he's like, "Hold on, let me go confirm it." So he ran upstairs and confirmed. He came back and he's like, "It's true, and you're going to Lagos, Nigeria." I'm like, yes.
That was such a beautiful moment for you.
Yeah.
What was running through your mind?
I was really excited because I love to go on planes. So when I heard that I was going to Nigeria, I was very excited.
Very excited. And as a nominee. All right, good stuff. So you've got into Nigeria. It's finally the D-Day. You're seated there waiting to know if you are a winner or not. By the time they got to mention your name, and before we actually get to talk a bit about that, Mr. Director, you had promised to share with us something. Iko tayari ama tuendelee kidogo?
What's going on here? And the winner is Shana! Sexy lady Georgia.
Shana from Kenya. East Africa.
Hello everyone. I am very nervous right now, but I am very thankful for I am very thankful for this award. I want to say thank you to all my supporters and all my fans, because I wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. Yes, thank you. Love you.
It's the kiss for me. Thank you. You're far too kind. When they mentioned your name, how nervous were you? Just sitting on edge.
Extremely nervous. I think I got stuck in my chair for a moment.
Yeah?
Actually, I was so nervous. I'm like, did I hear right? And then my dad is like, we go.
Let's go.
Let's go. So I'm like, oh. And then I stood up, we went to the stage, but all through I was streaming.
Had you prepared the mini speech that you gave?
No, I hadn't.
You freestyled that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man. And right now you are known as one of the youngest. Actually, the youngest Afrima Award winner so far. You're in the history records.
Yeah.
What would you like to tell the nation at this point?
I would like to say, don't give up your dreams, however young you are.
Yeah.
Because you never know where it will take you, no matter the age, the race, the country, whatever. Just don't give up on your dreams, because you can make it far.
And also just seeing that you were pitted against such big artists from across the country. How does this make you feel in terms of the kind of music that you are doing?
I feel very accomplished, but I also feel like the other contestants really tried very hard, because they are well-known musicians. They are. And their music is known all around Africa, so I feel very accomplished and also humbled to be on that list to them.
Beautiful. So as we bring this conversation to a close, just looking at the fact that you've mentioned you're a pre-candidate, and of course looking at this goes to just show you are on the right path. Your music is being acknowledged on a global platform. What more can people expect in terms of your music?
Soon you'll be expecting maybe some songs.
Drum roll.
But otherwise, I am actually I really need to focus on my studies right now, because again, candidate. Yeah, and the pressure is real right now.
Yeah.
It's very soon. You might think 1 year is a little, but it really passes really fast. Just the other day we were in class 6, now 7. What's next? 8. So yeah.
Good stuff. All right. So she hosts Big Mind. Tell us a bit about the program, just very briefly, and when our viewers can get to watch it. Are there any reruns? Give us, you know what to do. There's your camera. Go for it.
Well, Big Mind Show is a kids show. It shows a bunch of different activities. There's some DIY activities, some traditional dances, performances. It's like a whole bunch of fun put together for children. So yeah, and it will be airing every Saturday.
What time?
It'll be airing every Saturday around 9
a.m.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it. So if you want to catch more of her, you can be able to watch Big Minds every Saturday right here on KBC. And of course, you can also follow her on the socials to just keep up with her music. Remind us of your social media handles once more.
On Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok at Shana Manjaro.
At Shana Manjaro. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
We are so proud of you. We wish you the absolute best as you move on with your music and your school.
Thank
All right?
you.
Good stuff. She is Shana Manjaro. She is a host, she is an artist, and all around a brilliant, beautiful girl doing the best and loving what she does. I love that about you. So that is that in regards to this discussion. We take a very quick breather. We have another segment coming up in a bit. Stay with us.
in Form 2, it came back. The condition came back. And now it was even worse. When I was in class 5, somebody proposed to my mother to take me to a certain herbalist. It was so hectic. It was so stressful, and I can't say that. I also live with epilepsy. I take the drugs, I eat well, I avoid the stress, and then I just continue living like any other person.
Ni sauti ya mwaliko wa kituo chetu cha Kisomali Iftin FM ikipiga mbizi na njaramba kukutana na mashabiki katika road show babu kubwa hapa jijini Nairobi tarehe 27 mwezi huu. Msafara utaanza katikati ya jiji la Nairobi kuelekea South C, South B, maeneo ya Eastlands kama vile Komarok, Donholm, Fedha, Isili na kuregea katikati ya jiji la Nairobi. Jitokeza tarehe 27 mwezi huu, kutane ana kwa ana na watangazaji wa Iftin FM. Vichekesho na mahanja mtele vitateremka kwa mpigo re.
Iftin hal eber hal dibi' sagal. Iftin FM ilayska umada.
It's been a long week. Everything has been serious, but at the end of the day, we have to tone it down kidogo, because they say that too much play, too much work, and less play make Victor. Yeah, a dull boy. And all of us, we have to play a bit. That's why music has to be there, that interlude of music. Now bringing us to another station. Jen calls it Udaku moment.
Udaku sesh.
Udaku sesh. Session, all right, where we need to understand what happened where, who did it, just light moments even as we approach that particular week, this particular weekend, because ours were inaanzia on Thursday. And by the way, tukuna ile Sir, you called Sir John. Sir John is still wrapped, waiting for that, Take it away. All right, Jen.
Good stuff. Welcome. In case you're just joining us, Karibu, man. This is still Good Morning Kenya. Hashtag we are using is hashtag Good Morning Kenya on Twitter. Our official station handle is at KBC Channel 1. Our individual handles always remain the same across the socials as well. So, tuingie Udaku Sesh. Na leo niko na story mbili moto. Story mbili moto. Fire. Now, let me ask you just very quickly, hypothetically speaking, what would you do if, say, hypothetically speaking, you're married and your spouse comes and tells you, listen, it's been 6 years, I don't think it's working, I've met this other Kayanga person and I want to settle down with her, here's 13 million, would you sort uniache?
Yesterday you said you and Regina talked to 5 million.
Yeah, ilikuwa juzi. Sasa ni 13.
So today is going to 13M.
Yes.
I really don't think money can cure heartbreak. 6 years, there is so much that in terms of attachment, but at the end of the day, it's about the feelings, the connection. So if the connection is not there, first of all, you have to make sure that the other party is also okay with it, the breakup. It's not the first time. People break up because of different reasons. Divorce is always there. So why 13 million? First of all, why 13 million?
Maybe ni mfuko yake kwa huo wakati. Steph, hypothetically speaking, 13 mic tuachane. Nimepata ka painting.
I would go for it.
Nayo.
Gladly. Because amenipatia compensation for the trouble. Because otherwise, kuna mwenye ataenda outside the marriage and you get nothing from it. So it's a compensation for the heartbreak and the trouble. So gladly. 13 million in my bank.
Kwenye Range Rover.
Yeah.
Kuliko kuteseka kwa boda.
Definitely.
Ray, quick fast. 13 Mike, tuachane.
Kwanza the fact that ananiacha for a younger version.
Unaikubali kabisa?
So 13 them doesn't matter anymore. He's a younger version.
No. First of all, by the time that man this is me. By the time that man is coming to me and telling me that, he's already cheated on me.
Yes.
He's already broken my heart. And if we have children, I mean, what happens? Mimi nitauliza maswali. What happens to my children? First. If he's going to take care of them and elevate them as he would have, fine.
Okay.
Secondly, I have been married to you.
6 years.
Seen you from grass to grace to a point that you can afford 13 million. You'll have to make it double.
Okay.
Shikilia tu hapo. Shikilia hapo.
Make it official that we are divorced and I want nothing to do with you.
Moving forward.
When I live with my children, you will go back to being a baby daddy. You have no say in how I'll bring up the children and how I conduct my life going forward.
Now,
double for the trouble.
This is an incident that happened in Nigeria. This 38-year-old guy, and he actually brought this story on Twitter. Alikuja Twitter kuuliza the tweet farm their advice. Akasema manze, in the situation, I need your advice. So me, I want to leave my wife who I found another younger girl who is in her 20s. She's looking very like Jollof on the jet. She's looking good. She's looking fine. She's looking like
I go love her.
I go love her.
That go make now.
But now we've been married for 6 years with my wife. I want to give her 13 million to leave me, and this is 13 million converted to Kenya shillings. Okay. That is the Kenyan shillings version. I want to give her 13 million so that she can leave me so that I can marry this younger one. First of all, why do people bring relationship issues kwa social media? Tulikuwa hapo mukipatana.
The social media in-laws. Tunakwanga in-laws.
And this is a whole 38-year-old man.
My brother, I just make a move.
Wanting to leave his wife of 6 years, of course, presuming she's in her 30s as well, because he was categorical to mention he meant another one in her 20s.
But again, we have to look at the backstory, what really happened. If it's just, the guy just woke up one morning and said, I want us to have a divorce, and then here, 13M, please go your way, that would be quite unfair. In fact, the good book does not guarantee or does not even condone divorce. Okay, there are some circumstances under which one can apply for a divorce. So, were those circumstances met? Okay, but if it's just a matter of waking up and I have money, and we all know that some people can get a little bit extravagant, and they say, "Shika 13M, tembea." Regina nasema, he'll have to double it.
Yeah, double the trouble because. It clearly indicates, first of all, this man has lost foresight. Because if he's 38, does he think he's going to grow backwards and become younger? That he's going for a 20-year-old? I mean, he's not thinking proper. So if he has the capacity to actually pay me 13 million to leave me after toiling for 6 years for a younger woman, clearly, he did not deserve
First of all, when
you
13 million means he has a lot of money. I mean,
and that's what I'm saying. He's going to give me double. Actually, I'm going to contribute. We are going to tally my contribution to the growth of his wealth, and actually, it is our wealth. Then on top of that, on top of giving me that settlement, actually, let's call it a divorce settlement. I will include a clause that if we have children, right? That he ceases to have any bearing in the children's life. Because clearly this is a man who has lost focus in life. You want to still hang around with the young tax? Then you see, child bringing, bringing up children is for grown-up men, not children. So you leave the children to me, go your way, tuachane tafadhali.
Stephanie. Yes. And I think because he's willing to give 13 million, so saying that he has more, and when they go to court, there's a probability that it'll be split 50-50 as it usually is. So this guy it's just a plan akonayo ya kufunga the lady macho, and if you're the lady, I don't know, you might take it to avoid the court battle and everything, or you might just stay there and put up a fight and demand for your right, because you deserve the half of the property at the end of the day.
But Steph, court battle and the offer that the guy is giving are two different things, because the lady can still opt to go for the court battle, because if you're divorcing me, first of all you have to go through the process of sharing sharing of the wealth and all the property that we had. That's a different story altogether. So
no, let me interject.
Acheni niwaharibie maneno. Acheni niwaharibie maneno kwanza. Let me read for you the actual post. Sawa? Word for word. Good day, please. I need your advice on how to go about this. I've known my wife for 13 years. Dated for 7 years before I married her. We're married for 6 years with 2 kids. The issue is that I never loved my wife. I stayed with her because she's the only girl I can afford. She doesn't ask for money, and when I finally made money and wanted to marry, I married her out of pity because she supported me when I was nobody. She knows I don't love her, but she still stayed. I was cheating left, right, and center, but she never questioned me. She still sees herself as lucky for me to have her, and she never questions me. She still, she sees herself lucky and allowed herself to stay. Now, I finally fall in love with a lady in her late 20s. I am 38 and my wife is 33. I think of this lady day and night. Right now, all I need is love. I no longer find any other woman attractive because of this lady. For 2 years now, I have been with my lovely girl. He actually mentions her name. And I can't read that on air. My wife knows about this lady and she never complains at all. I proposed to this lady, but she rejected my proposal because I am married. Debate.
Gamma, bro, just go full scale.
Let me. So
the girl.
So this man actually married this woman out of pity.
Yes.
Let me address the woman.
Okay.
Very briefly.
You need to know your worth.
Yeah.
You need to know your worth. You should not let anyone trample on you as an individual, because you are priceless, simply because of what the material that they bring. For me, I've just gone, it has changed my whole point of view, because it reminds me to us of a social media story that we are all aware of. Of a socialite and a wife and a matatu boss somewhere. You see? So the level of the level of disrespect is not commensurate to any wealth whatsoever.
Yeah.
That is a source of mental issues that women and even men are dealing with out here. That you continue staying because of wealth, station in society. Whereas you being in a free relationship where you're there out of mutual agreement and consent is not only going to make you grow outside but also from within. We need to know, you need to know your worth.
But on this man's context, I think there's something you said that he didn't love her. So he said that finally he's found the love of his life and now he's ready to go. And the lady is okay with that. And I think he said that they've known each other for 13 years.
13 years.
So I'm assuming that every year, I meet her. Every year, I meet her. Every year,
maybe that's how he came to that 13 million
that 13
figure.
million, yeah. So every year, I meet her. Thank you so much. For every year, we've shared together, Kamata meter, Potea. But then, if it's talked about, I did not love her, I married her because of pity, and blah, 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 blah. I think there's no bigger thing than love. Any other thing can be left constant.
Now, Steph, before I get to Fugaika maneno tuende kwa udaku next.
Yeah, so this guy Akotu, I don't know, the fact that he married this lady bila kumpenda, amemwestia 13 years, 13 good years, and time, you know, it's priceless. You can't you can't even put a cap on, you know, how much you pay for someone's time. So this lady anafaa kumcharge to good money for wasting her time.
But then, Steph, 13 years, we've had some, I don't want to mention their names, but anyway, the Gates family, you know, which was actually on their social media. Exactly. How many years? And they parted ways. So it can happen, even at the age of 59, 60, 70, if you say that it's done its work, go your way.
Mimi wacheni niwaambie kitu moja that I see from this particular story. And this is also something that I've been seeing from a lot of the social media platforms where men are coming out to speak. Inasemanga, and Victor, you can correct me if I'm wrong, you know, from a man's standing, a man will marry when they are ready. And this is why somebody can munaweza struggle na mtu for 13 years, for example, in this case. Mukiachana next month. Next month. Amepata mwingine na wanaoana na wanasonga mbele, and ama next month amepata hii job fiti, umekuwa ukishikilia all along, next month amepata hii job fiti, amepata mwingine na wameoana. Actually go watch a movie called Acrimony. It speaks of such a situation. This lady struggled with this guy for all these years, funding his dreams. He was an inventor. Nothing was coming through for almost 20 years. When they were younger, they're actually childhood friends, got into an accident which rendered her barren. Na amebaki na uchali. After 20 years, wakachana. A month down the line, he meets an ex from Kitambo. Wakapatana, akamconnect, akapata job, billionaire. Na life ikaendelea. Same situation here. And Victor, maybe before we funga, is it true when they say that men marry when they are ready to marry, and whoever is around ndio atasettle na yeye? Love regardless of love.
Well,
when you are ready, you are ready.
I think for man's the way our brains are wired.
Yes.
There are so many things that run through our mind in 1 minute. One, a man will have to look at how settled emotionally, mentally he is. And lastly, you know, for you to take care of a lady, first of all, you have to make sure that your financial status is stable. Okay? Whether you are stable or not, but when a man is ready, nothing will stand on his way. Ni kama ndege may take off. No return. That's
that's how it,
I'm disputing that aspect of when a man is ready, they will marry whoever who is lingering.
Not whoever.
When they're ready.
When they're ready,
yes,
they will focus on one person, they'll make it right, and they'll
regardless of whether it is the person who has struggled with them or they are newly in another relationship.
I refuse. I am not boarding. I am not boarding on that aspect, and I want to take you back to Acrimony. I watched that film. And it hit me, one thing that came out for me, that was very selfish. Very selfish of the man. And this is a story that has been replicated in many relationships. You start from the bottom with someone, take in lots of disappointments, but you're still there because you actually love this person. But when they finally strike gold, that's when they remember, oh, you know what? I married Regina out of pity. I married Regina because she had a child from another relationship. I married her because of XYZ. Oh, after you have actually hit gold, that's when you start making excuses why you are with me in the first place. Even there's a song that says, if you cannot love me now, don't love me later. It is as simple as that. If you can't love me right now,
don't love me later.
Yes, and love is found in the trenches, my friend. It is found there at the bottom of the trench, so that you can come
You're right, Regina. There are some circumstances such have happened, all right? But then there are two different things you're talking about. One, you're talking about a person who you go through all the dirty trenches, and then all of a sudden things work out pretty well, and then disappear. But then there comes a situation where a man marries when he's ready, despite whether he's got it all or not, he will get married. So there are two situations. When na struggle pamoja, after that he disappears. Then there's another guy who, when he's ready, he gets married. So two different things, but they do happen. I agree.
All right, now as we conclude this story up, I'm just some of the comments that guys had to say about this. Kuna mwenye anasema, it's the 13 million for me. Mwingine anasema, you never leave your wife for the side piece. Huyu ameangusha clan. ata regret mbaya. Mwingine anasema I'd take the money and throw the whole man in the bin. Mwingine anasema Jesus is coming back soon. Mwingine akasema may thunder strike this man.
Yes.
And the final one was saying, let the wife take the money and leave. He will still cheat on her with a young lady if she still decides to stay. At least he had the guts to say the truth na akampatia shilingi nono.
Akinioa alikuwa ameniambia ananioa out of pity ama anipendi. Watu waache hizo excuses.
Acha sasa tuweke Galdem on the spot. Hii sasa tutaenda mbio mbio before we have to another very important session. Acha niwasomee. Sitasema jina yake. So this is also a post. I think this was Facebook. So I dated this guy last year, but he was always broke. He was loving and had a good heart, but the pockets were leaking. I didn't know how to dump him, so I faked my own death. I WhatsApped him, pretended to be my cousin using my phone, and told him I was dead. I told him only 50 people were allowed to come to my funeral because of the government's regulations, so only family members. After that, blocked him everywhere. I have a fake account that I use to stalk people. So I've been monitoring his posts. He was hurt after my death. He posted about me for months after my death, and luckily we never had any mutual friends, so akujua bado she was alive. So lately I noticed things are going well for him. He got a good job, seems to be earning very well, and I want to go back to him, but I don't know how to because he thinks I'm dead. Please give me ideas. I love my man.
Huyu ni mwenda wazimu first.
In Nairobi tatuonyesha mambo.
There are crazy people in Nairobi. So the fact that alimwacha, and then it's the reason for the breakup. How do you just stage your own death? What
to get out of a relationship.
To get out of a relationship. What happened to we can't do this anymore?
Simple conversations.
Yeah, it works. So how do you? It's too much.
You did not hear that she said that this guy was actually good, kind-hearted,
Imagine.
Yeah, so it was difficult. Shida ilikuwa mfuko. So I have a question to this lady. Are you a Christian? Have you read the good book? If she has, you need to know that Jesus died on the cross so that we never experience death. So you can go with that. Jesus died and rose up in the third day. So I'm also a Christian. I'm back.
I have reason.
I'm here. Jesus is on the throne.
Miracles.
I'm just saying. Miracles do happen.
I'm just saying.
Things people will do to get out of a relationship.
Now, right now we're talking about right now we're talking about 13 million. Another one is talking about faking deaths to that. How ni ngumu aje, as in to an extent I want to fake it, and then what if you die for real? What will happen?
Imagine.
Utaambia watu nini?
Utaambia nini watu?
Hey, dead men don't tell tales. If I die, I die.
So what happened?
If you die, you die.
Yeah, you die, and then we'll be a God. I was just trying to.
Ilikuwa jokes.
Ilikuwa jokes, God. You shock yourself mpaka useme, oh my God.
No, if I die, I die. You can't die twice. Uko tu sawa.
Just have a conversation.
So I've just asked that lady. Kama yanasoma Bible. Anaweza borrow your story, a resurrection.
Even me, I thought I was dead. But God has been good.
God has done it for me.
I shall live for the Lord.
He has done it again.
He has done it again.
If you think you're going to shock yourself,
all right.
Okay.
So that is that in regards to a trending topic. So of course, these are stories that just, cause such a buzz on the socials. But we want to move on to the next bit of our program today. And it being the last Thursday of November, globally, or our brothers in the West, they normally celebrate Thanksgiving the last Thursday of every November. And today so happens to be the day, Entertainment Thursday here on Good Morning Kenya. Tuna celebrate with our brothers and sisters on the other side of the divide. And joining us to just tell us a bit about how things are on that side, we have Kelleen all the way from California. Hi. How are you doing?
I'm sorry, I had it on mute. I'm good. How are you?
Now we can hear you.
Yes, perfect.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too. But it's about
we are 2 hours ahead. It is well.
The first one to wish you.
So we have 2 hours before Thanksgiving. But happy Thanksgiving to you.
All right. So how what is the mood right there? How are things outside? How are things there? Tell us.
Well, it is. I believe Thanksgiving is probably the biggest holiday on this side. It's probably bigger than Christmas. So everyone has taken time off work. The airports are full. Everyone is traveling to be with their families. I have my friends here from New York. I have family coming over tomorrow. So this is really just a time for us to like get together as family and feast and just kind of celebrate what before. Yeah.
And is it any different looking at the fact that, we're still riding this pandemic? Is it affecting, how the gatherings, the celebrations are done outside?
Even quite literally.
Well, okay, last year it did. I feel like things have kind of died off, especially with the vaccination having more than 80% of the population already vaccinated. So that kind of helps with getting everyone together.
Sorry, we didn't catch that last bit.
So it kind of helps with getting everyone together now because most people are vaccinated, so there's not a lot of restrictions in terms of travel and getting together.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
You just mentioned that you have family there. What are you thankful for this year?
I have a lot to be thankful for. I am thankful for the little. Can you hear a little noise back here?
Yeah. Oh. Is that what we think it is?
For my family. I am thankful for a lot of opportunities have opened up for me as well this year. So I am truly grateful to God for that. And yeah, well, if I go on, I'll probably not stop. But I have so much to be thankful for this year.
Truly, that is a Kenyan spirit right there. When you start, you don't stop. All right, and we also know that today happens to be your birthday as well.
Oh, how do you know that?
A little birdie told us.
Well, I guess they gave you the right information.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Don't worry, we have very many sources. And we have somebody here in studio who's going to be singing for you. She's called Regina. Regina is the solo artist on this side of the divide. And she's going to be singing for you a quick happy birthday song. So just prepare, appreciate the word, how to cross kidogo, just understand.
I am excited to hear this.
Daughter of Manyara, go for it.
Have you ever had a Meru sing? Have you ever?
She might throw in some Meru words over there.
Thursday, how about we give it a go?
Let's go.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday, dear Kaylin.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you.
Yay!
Album. We are waiting for the album.
Happy birthday, Kaylin. All right, and in line with celebrating you, mnajua mukisemanga, you can get anything from a woman's handbag.
Nothing is.
I have a gift for you here. You will be able to see it maybe a bit later. There we go. So, it is. This, Sir George, is heavy. This is your birthday gift from us. We have a whole turkey with us in studio, and let me not tilt it further nisiangushe, tutaichukua tu hivyo hivyo from the floor. But we have a turkey with us here in studio that we want to curve with you, of course, joining us via Zoom. Let me put this on the table right now. So, aya, tuweke hiyo chini kidogo. But before we get to curve this turkey, we have... Before we get to curve this turkey, stay with us, do not log off. We have a letter that was sent to the broadcasting house, of course, addressed to our editor-in-chief, Mr. Samuel Maina. And this is a letter from the U.S. ambassador to Kenya. And it reads, on behalf of the United States Embassy, I want to wish you and your colleagues a happy Thanksgiving. It's been a difficult year, but as we turn the page on COVID-19, better days are ahead. We are grateful for all you do to champion a free press here in Kenya, and we look forward to a healthier and more prosperous 2022. Signed, Eric Nedler.
Amazing.
Happy Thanksgiving and happy birthday once more, Kaylin. All right. Now, due to the interest of time, hii handbag yangu inakwambia handbag ya dem ogopa. So, Victor rehearse juendo utachinja hii Sir George rehearse.
Sir George. Okay. It's huge, and by the way, for the Thanksgiving purposes, for those who are who are also watching this from home, we also thank you very, very, very much. It's been a very difficult year for sure, but then we have just to keep on going, all right? But this turkey we are going to eat on your behalf, okay? On your behalf.
Anaitwa George.
Georgie.
Joyo.
Kamata.
Joyo ya kwanza. Weapons of mass destruction. Kwa.
Come on.
Aya. Handbag irudi chini.
Look at that. There we go. So we are going to unwrap Sir George.
Sir George did not die in vain.
No. Sir George, thank
you so much. Even in death.
Yeah, Sir George is well
We will enjoy
behaved.
you.
Let me help you to remove that one. Okay.
And this is also courtesy of the the United States of America's embassy here in Kenya, as we celebrate Thanksgiving globally.
Absolutely.
We also celebrate here in Kenya.
Yeah.
Regina, any last message to Sir George before we dive into him?
Well, I know it's a form of poultry, so
By the way,
have your reservation.
There is actually a term to refer to the fear of hens and chicken that you have. It is called electrophobia.
Electrophobia.
Yes.
Well, but that one is dead, right?
No. It's still very much alive. Don't come near.
So
Regina.
happy Thanksgiving. I pray that, especially in the United States, I have seen a certain report there, some of the medical fraternity coming out to say and give a warning that with people traveling for Thanksgiving, there's a likelihood of a surge in the COVID-19 infections. I just want to appeal to family and friends who are overseas. Take care of yourselves even as you meet up with your family, because we are not out of the wood yet. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Victor.
All right.
Before we run out of time.
Okay, thank you so much. We do appreciate you, and this is going to be an amazing. So for us to start, let me go and do just a small piece to initiate. Okay. Allah.
Regina.
Okay.
No.
Regina, this is still alive, okay? Bado is still kicking, by the way. Regina, did you hear that? Just a small bit. And I'm going to feed Jen. There you have it. Jen, this thing looks
go watch
delicious.
a movie called Free Birds.
All right. Everybody watching at home, thank you so much for watching. See you on Monday.
Ndio hii sahani yangu.
Enjoy the Thanksgiving.
See that?
Hey.
I'm doing this.
Ekelea hapa venye wanakatanga ukiendanga kwa local.
Yes. I'm going to do this to Jen for Thanksgiving. Okay. There you go. There you go. All right. See you on Monday.
Hii ni Mitikasi Leo, makala kutoka BBC yaliyomo. Shirika la fedha duniani IMF lakataa kuikopesha Zimbabwe kufuatia malimbikizo ya madeni kama chanzo kikuu. Je, taifa hilo lielekeze macho wapi? Baadaye bei ya mafuta kupanda licha Marekani kujaribu kudhibiti hali kwa kutoa mapipa milioni 50 ya mafuta. Kisha Somalia tangaza hali ya hatari kutokana na uwepo wa ukame nchini humo. Tunakujia moja kwa moja kutoka Nairobi, Kenya. Usibanduke. Karibu katika habari za biashara zinazokuhusu, uchambuzi wa kina na mahojiano. Jina langu ni Hamida Abubakar. Shirika la kimataifa la fedha duniani IMF limesema taifa la Zimbabwe linafaa kupanga mipango mipya ya ulipaji wa deni lake la zaidi ya dola bilioni 10 kabla ya kuendelea kupata mikopo mengine kutoka kwa shirika hilo. Deni la serikali hiyo ilifikia 86% ya pato la taifa mwaka 2020 kulingana na IMF. Zimbabwe ambayo imekumbwa na mfumuko mkubwa wa bei katika miaka 15 iliyopita haijapokea ufadhili kutoka kwa wakopeshaji wakuu kama IMF na Benki ya Dunia kwa zaidi ya miongo miwili kutokana na malimbikizo ya deni. Hata hivyo, shirika hilo limekariri kuwa uchumi wa Zimbabwe ungekuwa kwa 6% mwaka huu, lakini ikaongeza kuwa ina shauku kutokana na athari za COVID-19 na udhaifu wa kiuchumi kufuatia majanga yaliyosababishwa na mabadiliko makubwa ya tabia nchi. Tukiachana na hayo kwa sasa, tutupie macho taarifa zingine za biashara kutoka barani Afrika na kimataifa. Bei ya mafuta huenda ikapanda hadi dola 100 kwa pipa licha juhudi zilizoongozwa na Marekani za kudhibiti hali kwa kusema itatoa mapipa milioni 50 kutoka kwa akiba yake katika miezi kadhaa ijayo. Hatua hiyo inaangaliwa kwa umakini na mataifa mengine makubwa yanayotumia mafuta. Bei ya mafuta imepanda kwa zaidi ya 50% mwaka huu huku mahitaji ya nchi nyingi yakizidi. Waziri Mkuu wa Somalia Mohamed Hussein Roble ametangaza hali ya hatari kutokana na hali mbaya ya ukame nchini humo. Ukame umekumba mikoa kadhaa nchini Somalia na katika baadhi ya maeneo huku watu wakifariki pamoja na mifugo. Umoja wa Mataifa umesema takriban Wasomali milioni 3.5 tayari wanakabiliwa na uhaba mkubwa wa chakula. Nchi za kigeni zimeongeza wito wao wa kuondoa raia wake nchini Ethiopia huku vita vya wenyewe kwa wenyewe vikiongezeka nchini humo. Haya yanajiri huku wapiganaji waasi wa Tigray wakisema wataendeleza mapigano hayo mpaka mji mkuu wa Addis Ababa. Wakati huo huo, Waziri Mkuu Abiy Ahmed na watu wengine mashuhuri akiwemo nguli wa Olimpiki wa Ethiopia Haile Gebrselassie wametangaza mipango ya kujiunga na mapigano hayo. Hii ni Mitikasi Leo kutoka BBC tutakayoangazia hivi punde. Tunapigia kurunzi sekta ya kutoa mtaji kwa biashara na wajasiriamali wanaochipuka Afrika. Naam, karibu tena. Tutupie darubini uwekezaji unaotolewa kwa biashara zinazochipuka. Hakuja kuwa na chochote kipya au hata kizuri cha kuarifiwa ndani ya mwaka 2020 kutokana na kuporomoka kwa chumi nyingi duniani kufuatia mlipuko wa COVID-19. Lakini bara la Afrika lina sababu za kutabasamu. Kulingana na ripoti ya kila mwaka iliyotolewa kwa ushirikiano na shirika la usawa binafsi barani na shirikisho la kutoa mtaji, kampuni zinazochipuka zilifanikiwa kukusanya jumla ya dola bilioni 1.1 ndani ya mwaka 2020. Hiki kikiwa kiwango kikubwa kuwahi kushuhudiwa katika kipindi cha miaka 7 iliyopita. Tunisia na Algeria yakiwa mataifa yanayoongoza katika kupokea mitaji hii. Aidha, kiungo muhimu kinachosukuma matukio haya chanya ni uwepo wa mazingira bora yanayotolewa na serikali sawa na jeki ya sera mufti. Teknolojia ikiwa kichocheo kikuu cha uwekezaji huu. Kampuni kama vile Google, Facebook wameongeza jeki ya usaidizi kwa wajasiriamali wa teknolojia huko Nigeria na Afrika Kusini, wakijaribu kutumia fursa ya upanuzi wa sekta ya teknolojia Afrika ambayo inatazamiwa kuwa na thamani ya dola bilioni 180 ifikapo mwaka 2025. Sasa teknolojia ya miamala na sekta ya benki zimekuwa mojawapo ya maeneo makubwa ya uwekezaji huko Lagos, Nigeria. Aidha, kampuni mbili zenye thamani ya dola bilioni 1 zimeweka hema zake katika mji huo huku zingine zikifuata mkondo huo huo. Didi Anyike Lure anatupa maelezo zaidi.
Many small businesses in Nigeria.
Wafanyabiashara wengi wadogo nchini Nigeria wanatatizika kupata mikopo kutoka kwa benki za kawaida na taasisi za fedha zinazofanya kazi nchini kutokana na mahitaji magumu, mojawapo ikiwa ni utoaji wa dhamana dhidi ya mikopo yao.
Alternative sources.
Mazingira yanayoendesha teknolojia ya kifedha nchini Nigeria yana shughuli nyingi. Uchumi mkubwa zaidi barani Afrika ni nyumbani kwa takriban kampuni 200 za kiteknolojia za kifedha zinazovutia karibu dola bilioni 1 kwenye mtaji. Tunde Kehinde ni mwanzilishi mwenza wa Lydia. Kampuni yake imechangisha zaidi ya dola milioni 15.
Tunasaidia wamiliki wa biashara kujenga biashara zenye matokeo ya juu. Wazo zima ni kwamba tunatumia data, tunatumia teknolojia kufadhili biashara yako, na sasa tunakopesha Nigeria, nchi yetu ya kwanza, na tumekuwa tangu wakati huo hadi sasa tuko Poland, Jamhuri ya Czech, na pia tuna timu zetu nchini Ureno na pia Marekani.
Kuimarika kwa kampuni za kiteknolojia za kifedha kunasaidia upatikanaji wa mikopo kwa kizazi kipya cha wafanyabiashara. Peter Amba ni mmoja wa wateja wa Lydia. Yeye ndiye mkurugenzi mtendaji wa Desamb, wakala wa huduma ya benki aliyoanzisha miaka 3 iliyopita. Wafanyabiashara wengi wadogo katika sehemu hii ya vijijini ambako ni mbali na Lagos ni sehemu ya jamii ya Nigeria ambayo haihudumiwi, na Peter analenga kuziba pengo hilo.
Sisi ni kampuni ya misaada ya kifedha ambayo husaidia watu wasio na akaunti za benki na watu ambao hawana ufikiaji tayari kwa benki. Unajua mfumo wa benki ulivyo, hauwezi kufikia idadi kubwa ya watu, hasa wale wa vijijini.
Wataalamu wanasema kuwa fursa katika soko la kampuni za kiteknolojia za kifedha nchini Nigeria ni kubwa, ikizingatiwa kuwa zaidi ya nusu ya watu wazima nchini humo wanapata huduma ndogo au hawana kabisa huduma za msingi za benki. Lakini mkurupuko wa mitaji ya ubia kwa kampuni za kiteknolojia za kifedha